Finally, BFFQ 2018 is about started. And I am Shalom Answer. And I'm using this opportunity to welcome you all to Banquet Feet for Queens 2018. You are all beautiful. You are all queens. And I know you're going to have fun today. My darling.
Hey.
So can I know you?
Well, my name is Chidube Monita.
How did you hear about BFFQ?
Well, Auntie Kesh, Miss Kesh, I call her Auntie Kesh because my mom. So she told me about this and she was like, would you like to come? And I was like, yeah, I want to come for this.
Okay, so what are your expectations?
Well, I want to meet new friends. I want to explore, know more things about, because the speakers are like great people. So I want to learn from them, learn from their past experiences and become a better person.
My name is Fentola Romeo.
Bentola Romeo. So how did you hear about BFFQ?
Miss Kesh and my mom, they are very good friends, so she invited me.
Okay, so what are your expectations for today?
I'm expecting to be blessed. I'm expecting that I'm going to hear a lot of things that are going to change my life in a positive way.
That's good. I hope you have fun.
My name is Elo Ganefevo Govero.
Eloho. How did you know about BFFQ?
Through Auntie Keshiro.
Through Mrs. Keshiro Juliet. Okay, so what are your expectations for today?
I'm expecting to learn more that will make me go through life, this teenage life, easy by God's grace.
My name is Ogechi Akamiro.
Okay, and how did you hear about BFFQ?
I was pink top, then I heard of this. I was invited.
The Kayo Woman Program. Okay, so what are your expectations for today?
I believe the more you go out, the more you get experience. So I'm here to get more experience and to have fun.
Good morning, Ma. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So please, can you introduce yourself?
My name is Tola Makinde.
Okay, the famous Mrs. Tola Makinde. So please tell us a little about what you do.
Oh, well, in a nutshell, I help to improve the lives of persons living with Down syndrome in Nigeria.
How interesting. I want to know more about that after this interview. Okay, we are aware that you're one of our guest speakers. Please, what has God placed in your heart for the girls?
Yeah, I've been warming up for this event. I've been so excited ever since I saw the ivy and the concept behind. This is very, 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 I don't know, breathtakingly beautiful. Okay, so in a nutshell, and surprisingly, when I was about to take my shower this morning, I was trying to get a word for, the girls today because I just had a flashback to when I was a teenager and I had nobody to, guide me. And even, especially when I had to make a choice about my life partner, I really had nobody, I thought about my first date as well. I really had nobody. Seriously, I had nobody to fall back on. I'm the firstborn. So surprisingly and amazingly, I just heard something like, let me just phrase it for you. It went, if you stand at the bus lane, you would get crushed. But if you stay at the bus stop, you would wait for your bus and get picked up. Oh, that's what I'm coming to deliver today.
Oh, I can't wait.
I myself was like, wow, this is coming from you, God, and I'm excited for them because they have double the opportunities we never had growing back in the days.
Okay. I'm excited. And I can't wait to hear you speak. Okay, Ma, have fun. Bye.
have done in our lives. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord, for everything you have done, for everything we are grateful, oh Lord. We are grateful, oh Lord. We are grateful for all you have done for us. Hallelujah, we are grateful.
So we will stand up from wherever we are now in the next 2 minutes. In the next 2 minutes, you call 3 people, and I'm going to ask them, so what's this person's name, and what is it about this person? 2 things you must tell me. It's only Chidubem that I will not call, so she's free. So, some people are just seeing a beautiful girl talking to Miracle that is seated close to her. I don't understand. Yeah? Okay. So 2 people. Good. I'm loving this. So 2 things about that person. 10, 9, 8, 5, 4, 3, 2. Thank you, beautiful ladies. Thank you. Can we go back to our seats now?
I actually met only one person. I didn't have enough time to meet 2 people.
Okay.
The girl that I met, her name was Excellent. She is 17 and she says that she's going to the Lagos Polytechnic.
Beautiful. Lovely. All right. Good. So who are the 2 ladies you met, or one? Or
I
2?
only met one.
One. Okay. So who's she? I'm seated right next to you. Okay, that's fine. All right then. So can you stand up so that everyone will see her and know her name as well?
My name is Pelumi.
Okay, so
She said she attends SC
okay.
and she's 13.
All right. Thank you. But this is the list of what God has shown her to do for young girls. This is the very list of what God has shown her for young girls. It's the least we can do to celebrate the grace and favor of God upon this amazing woman. She doesn't like what I'm doing. I will get query for it, but it doesn't matter. You people are all behind me, so we are all together here. I want to celebrate my very own school mother, my very own mama, Mrs. Juliet Keshiro.
Okay. Some of my students are here. They were wondering, oh, that tough woman. Because when I'm coming in school, I'll be hearing, she's coming. Okay. And then when I'm talking sometimes, some of them are crying. All right. Thank you, Mrs. Romeo. Can you please sit down? Why did you grace me so much? How did I get here? I'm sure one day I'll have opportunity to tell the story. What I do today for you is what I want in the life of every girl child. Every girl child. Because society has told us the opposite of who we are. They have rewritten the script. Society have rewritten our life script. When God made us, He looked at us and said, we're good. I listened to one of my mentors on TV yesterday, Joseph Prince. He's a preacher of grace. And a lot of people don't take him seriously because they believe he encourages sin. But he makes us to understand the power of grace. And he said something very important. He said, if God wanted robots on earth, He would have been able to do it. And just put us as robots, and then we have buttons that He will press. He will tell us sit and we sit. He will tell us stand and we stand. And He commands us and then we obey. But rather, because He's a magnanimous God, He made us what? Free will spirits. Free will. Just listen to me. Free will. He gave us opportunity to think and process and decide what we want. Even in worshiping God, He decided. Look, you can decide to say there is no God. Are there not people who say that? Yes. You are free to make choices, but you are not free to choose your consequences. Every choice comes with it carries its own baggage. Every choice carries its own baggage. Every choice comes with its own consequences. So, if you decide in your heart that this is fire, and you put your hand inside the fire, you cannot choose that you will not get burnt. To be educated, to be motivated, to be taught, okay, to be empowered, to be coached, so that when you decide, when you are making your choices, you will make the right ones for your life. If the reason God made you is to come to this earth to have children, get married, have children, go to work and come back, then it is a total waste of time, space, and energy. If that's all. So another reason we are gathered here is to help you to find life's purpose and begin to navigate it early. I brought you into such a room. I won't lie to you, it's not cheap. It's not cheap. But I wanted a mental shift. That every girl in this room will leave this room and tell herself, I'm special. I'm different. I've been created for a purpose. I'm not cheap. Nobody will offer me cheap and I will take it. I put a price tag on my life from today. A price tag. I'm valuable. I'm expensive. It's not arrogance. Are you hearing me? It's not pride. It's a choice that you have made. That you are different. You are different. You are different. That you are different. You are different. You carry yourself. You move the way you want to be treated. You don't want to be tolerated. You don't want to be accepted. See, choice carries itself with itself its own what, everybody? Baggage. It carries itself with itself its own baggage. I'm not cheap. I'm not cheap. I have a price tag on my life. I put it. Why? Because God that made me looked at me and said, I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. That's why you are in this room today. And the women that will be speaking to you, they are not ordinary women. I know. I prayerfully. And how God orchestrated it to this point. I asked myself, it's one of the reasons I was tearing up there. How did I get here? How did I get to this point? From the first speaker, she has been a woman I've worked with practically all my adult life. You know, a woman of God. She loves children. She has worked with children for many years. Since I've known her. She has been the head of our children's church. She's a lawyer, a practicing lawyer. She's a mother. She's a wife. She's a woman of God. She's a career person. And I know her story. She kept herself till she got married. Just because she said a prayer. And was committed to that prayer. And God heard. So whatever commitment you will be ready to make in this room, know that God is here to honor it. Don't make light of this. Don't think, oh, so they got us in a room, they gave us food, the room was expensive, we had AC, we wore fine dresses. It's beyond the fine dresses, my darlings. It's beyond the food. It's a mindset we're trying to create here. You leave this room today telling yourself, I'm valuable. I'm not cheap. Do we understand? I pray that you enjoy yourselves and that you take away from here nuggets that will help you live a chaste life. Enjoy.
All that she said was true, because you cannot expect to commit a sin or just do something and get away with it. And it's not only in the negative aspect, there's also the positive aspect. If you do something that is right, you would be rewarded. If you do something that is wrong, you will face the consequences.
Beautiful. So that's what's going through Tommy's mind. Anyone else wants to just tell me what's going through your mind? You don't have to go academic. What are you just feeling? A round of applause. Miracle Iguana. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Make sure you're moving around, moving around. Let them see you. Queens, don't stretch their necks, all right?
Good afternoon, Queens.
Good afternoon.
My name is Aigoi Nakilechi Miracle. I'm a caterer. Wow. Just put it at the back of your mind that life is all about choices, as Mama has said. I met Young and Pure when I was still in my secondary school. Or in a program like this, so many beautiful queens seated like this in the program. But I happened to be the only miracle that attracted her. So she came to me. She loves me. I took it like, how can a woman say she loves her fellow woman? So then we exchanged contacts and we started talking. She has been she's a mother to me. She guided me all through my secondary school. She still guides me now. Being a caterer wasn't easy. Without a fuel, a car cannot move. Young and Pure was the fuel that followed me through the journey of being a caterer. It wasn't easy. I want to be that girl that can make her own money. Not just money, but I can put other girls through. This makeup I'm putting on is from Mirex. Wow. Mirex makes me up. Wow. Because I remember when I was maybe going to class those times when I was learning the cakes and everything. It wasn't easy, but it's the choice I've made, and I said, you can do it. Holy Spirit was with me, and I know I can do it. As a lady, you just have to speak to yourself. That is what has been leading me. Learn how to speak to yourself. Learn how to be determined. You need to be determined. You want to do this. Like she said, you are free to make choices, but you're not free to face its consequences. Like I made this choice, and I'm still in the journey. I'm still in the journey. But I know Holy Spirit will see me through because I've made the right choice, and I will face the reward. Because it's not a consequence, it is a reward. So, leaving this room today, you should make a choice. Don't just leave because you're putting on a ball dress. Like she said, you're in a room. You should live with something. What should I say? Thank you, Young and Pure. Thank you for fueling Miracle. Thank you for fueling Mirex. Mirex is not a brand ambassador. Thank you, Mama. Thank you, Young and Pure.
Sit down, thank you. When I spoke to her, she was feeling it as well. So I said, Miracle, there's one girl here, you know. She said, me too, there's one girl that I'm just thinking that we should bring among us. I'm just thinking we should bring among us. I said, show me the girl. Miracle showed me this same Ogechi. At the end of the program, I said, Mama, there's one girl. That she said, hey, in fact, there's one girl. There's one girl that as I was just talking, I was just feeling the girl. I said, show me the girl. This was the same girl. I just knew her name today. I didn't know her from anywhere. Mentee and a mentor relationship, it is not the mentor that will go after the...
I'm going to fall on my face and fall on my face and fall on my face. Sometimes God lets us fall on our face enough times so we realize this isn't human willpower that's going to make you pure. Purity comes from God. It's a gift from Him. And if we're not asking for it, and we're not going to the sacraments, and we're not praying, and we're not plugged into the source who has strong values and purity, that's going to make it a lot easier. Hang out with guy friends who believe in the virtue of purity and who are fine. Chastity is humanly impossible. Quickly discover when practicing chastity on your own is I can't do this. I'm going to fall on my face and fall on my face and fall on my face. Sometimes God lets us fall on our face enough times so we realize this isn't human willpower that's going to make you pure. Purity comes from God. It's a gift from Him. And if we're not asking for it, and we're not going to the sacraments, and we're not praying, and we're not plugged into the source of love, which is God Himself, if you have just control over those things, your temptation level is going to drop by about 90%. It's like we throw ourselves into the midst of... we've got to realize, lead me not into temptation. God knows the heart of man. He knows we're weak. That's got to be our main prayer. Sometimes help me just to do my own part by avoiding the occasion of sin.
If you have control over yourself, not everything will happen to you. Just things you allow.
Alright, so tell me one thing you're taking away from that video, just one thing.
And that God knows a man's heart. When He says, lead us not into temptation.
It means that what you see, what you hear can have impact in your life. So we should take care, we should know how we see things, how we put it into practice and everything.
I tried putting a few things together, or I just couldn't get myself to putting anything together. And that basically is because I think I'm just going to share with you from my heart. And I think that's what will bless you this afternoon. Alright, so I feel that this generation feel that they are endangered species, but you are not. The truth. You may have a lot of challenges come at you, get to you, but you are not an endangered species. I want you all to understand at this point that God knew you were going to be here at this time. He knew that you were going to face these challenges. And He put so much inside of you to ensure that you tackle everything that you would ever face. And so this afternoon I've been asked to talk on a topic that kind of looks scary. Is chastity possible? Is it possible for me to be chaste? That's what we'll be talking about this afternoon. Is it possible? And the reason why I started saying that you are not an endangered species is because I know something in the Bible. It said there's nothing that is new under the sun? Nothing. You know, life may throw at you and make you feel like, oh, what kind of a generation is this? Oh, there's so much in the internet. I don't even need information. Information comes to me. You put on your phone and the first thing you see is somebody who's naked and they're saying to you, we just need you as a friend. You're tempted so much. But you see, there's so much more inside of you than what you think. And so I want to let you know this afternoon that there's nothing new under the sun. The challenges you guys are facing now, people face them before now. And then after your generation, if this world still remains, people will face a lot more. The difference between the times we're in and the outcome of your life is actually you. You are the factor. The God factor is there if you dare, if you will just dare to tap in and just dare to trust God. I want you all to understand something. If you truly know that God made you in His own image, in His likeness, in His very, very form of God, then you should know God is always in charge. You see, there's something that happened in Genesis chapter 1 verse 1. I'm not preaching, but you're going to pull a lot of things that will help you in life. Okay? And so the Bible tells us how that God made the heavens and the earth, and then suddenly we discover that the earth was suddenly without form and void. And then the Bible says that darkness was everywhere. And God did not throw His hands in panic. He wasn't scared. What did God do? He began to arrange things. He began to speak things. God is in charge. The one you carry is always in charge. And so I want to challenge you guys, ladies rather, this afternoon. Be in charge of your lives. You've given your heart to Jesus. I'm sure a number of you. Be in charge of your lives. One of the things that I want to challenge you to do is to make a decision to live a life that is chaste. Daniel made a resolve in his heart. He said to himself, I will not. Listen, are you listening to me this afternoon? It was a resolve. He made up his mind. It was a decision he had to take. And every other thing began to fall into place when he made that decision. I was 10 years old when I made that decision that Daniel made. I looked at everywhere around me, and girls were loose. They would talk to boys. I mean, the way they related with boys, in my mind, it was so nauseating, and I just couldn't come to terms with it. I was 10, I was in the toilet. A very funny place to make a decision, you would say. And as I sat there, I said to myself, I said, God, I don't want to mess up myself. I want to live a pure, chaste. I wasn't born again. Listen. So don't even, I wasn't born again. And I said, God, I want to be chaste. I don't know. The thought of a guy sleeping with me, a guy who is not my husband, was nauseating. No, I'm telling you the truth. At the age of 10, I had friends at that time. I was in secondary school. I got to secondary school quite early. And I had friends who would talk in class about their boyfriends, and I never envied them. I actually felt sorry for them. I didn't really have anything to say to them. And so that day, I remember I just sat and I said, God, would you just help me? I don't want to mess myself up. I want the first guy I would ever sleep with to be on my wedding night. And that should be my husband. It was a cry of a 10-year-old girl. So it happened that I finished secondary school. Of course, the challenges in secondary school went so much. And then one day my father drove me right into university. Here I come. Okay, maybe because in secondary school my father would always monitor us. You have to be home by 7 o'clock. And so that day, as my father dropped me off, and I saw the gate of Unibank, my heart told me I was just in the right place. I said, hey Papa, come here now. Maybe I don't enter university. Tom, I prayed at the age of 10. I hope you remember. That was it for me. And he said to me, my name is Sonny, what's your name? I stammered. I almost forgot my name. And then he Said I'm in 300 level law. I believe you just. I said yes, I'm in 100 level linguistics. How may I see you? Hold on. I gave you my. There was no phone. My call. Before I could even recover myself, I did. As I was walking, I said to myself, "What have you just done?" Of course, he came now. And he came and I started a relationship. I prayed. I said, God, I don't want to mess myself up. But I prayed. Now, where was I going? And then, on this day, he said to me, and so, as one of those days, his friend staying off campus, the uncle traveled, there was now a free apartment, and he said to me, would you just like, let's just go out and chill. I knew in my heart, I'm going to chill. I knew that this was the day. I knew. See, nobody deceives you. That's the truth. You know it. You just try to wish it away like, oh no, it's not happening. But it was happening so fast.
This presentation is directly brought to you so that you will guide your own future. You must understand that God gives destiny, but man determines what happens to the destiny given to him by God. I'm going to read that part again. You must understand that God gives destiny, but man determines what happens to the destiny given to him by God. The womb is not only a gift to the woman, but to the entire human race. Every kind of revolution starts from the womb of an individual of any given society. Any kind of change people expect depends on the destined womb of a destined girl. The womb of a girl is like a gate to her nation or continent. Every great idea ever seen in the world today has passed through the womb of a girl somewhere. Ideas rule the world. Do you know that destinies are formed in the womb? Yes, in your womb. It is the efficacy of your womb that will determine the future. When you expose your womb to sexual immorality, you have exposed yourselves to demons who will help to destroy your destiny. Immoral wombs give birth to vagabond and street boys. How many of you would like to give birth to vagabonds? If you don't want to fill the continent with polluted seeds, then keep yourself holy until you are married. The book says it. We've been saying it. The long-expected change clamored by most African countries may be difficult until we begin to save the wombs of our young girls who will give birth to newness through proper upbringing. That the richest spot on earth is found in the womb of every girl in the society. Change and revolution starts from a saved womb. So our girl's womb must be positioned for this change and revolution. A girl with an incorruptible womb is God's desire, because God will depend on her seed to bring great ideas which will rule the earth.
It's the story of a girl called Agnes. Agnes made a mistake, tried to cover up her mistake, but at the end of the day, because there is no secret under the sun, she was exposed. But within the story, there is another girl who a mistake was forced upon because she was raped, and she became a victim because of the kind of mistakes Auntie Omo told us about. Watch where you go to. Her male friend told her, come and visit me. She was supposed to be on a retreat. A Christian girl, a good girl, the daughter of a reverend. But she trusted him because he was coming to fellowship. So she went to visit him and he forced himself on her. Unfortunately for her, she got pregnant. But you know what? She said, I will not take it out. Her parents were going to sell the child. Unfortunately for them, they took her to her grandma's place. And between she and her grandma, they changed the entire narrative, and she eventually got married to that same person who forced himself on her. God will not make us or allow us to make costly mistakes.
Amen.
That's what I was talking about, choices at the beginning. We are not free of the results of the choices that we make. And we cannot determine the result, because the result is part and parcel of the choices. So read this book. Keep the content. The womb is like a gate. If we want godly seeds, then we protect.
How you choose to be treated, that's going to be on you. The big moments in your life are made up by the little decisions you make. I didn't make a big decision to get in an abusive relationship. I made a little decision to love to make up for his behavior. It was my job to fall madly in love with me first. And no one was going to show me how to love me. That I have to show not only me how to love me, but I have to show other people how to love me. That you are the first example of what loving you looks like, and the way you love you is the way the world's gonna love you. So when you say, I don't need rest, we believe you. When you say, no, don't worry about me, I'm fine, we believe you. When you say, no, I don't need help, we believe you. When you say, I'm fine by myself, we believe you. So here's what I realized: words are power. Words.
For the great work that she's doing. She's going to speak to you straight from her heart. Don't forget your biros. Don't forget your books. Make sure you're writing something. A round of applause for her once again.
I'm so happy to be here. I don't know. I've been thinking about this program, and as soon as Santikesh told me about this program, I told myself, okay, this is a place for you to be. And you need to just go share again, straight from my heart. And I pray God will help me to share. And at the end of the day, someone here will be giving a TED Talk on chastity. One of you, probably in the next 10 years. Don't know, we don't know who's going to be, but I just want you to open your hearts and your mind for that one that is very, very silent and quiet. Because that one that is very quiet wants you to be set apart. So you can hear it, because it's not going to be noisy, it's not going to be, you have to move away from all of the craziness, the chaos and everything going around you. So obviously there's going to be a loud noise, like there's going to be a voice telling you to do this, to go right, to go left, to go left. But there's going to be a second voice that would want to guide you, that would want to lead you just into the right path. So, is chastity, is it good news for us? Is it good news? I want this to be very interactive. Is it good news? So, who can tell me what she learned from that video we just watched? It was a funny one, isn't it? But there were lessons to take home there. I want someone bold enough to stand up and tell me just one thing you learned. I'll choose you.
From the video, we saw that the person that waited the due time got an extra marshmallow. So applying to what to learn today, if you wait till it's your turn, if you wait till your marriage night, it should be more honorable than to do it now, and you will enjoy it better then with no regrets than to do it now and you have regrets.
Round of applause for her. I like what she said last, with no regrets. Good news for us today, because for me, I'm the first born and I had no mentor, I had nobody to turn to, I had nobody to talk to about issues regarding boyfriend, BFs and stuff like that. So I got into university, and as a Jambite, I skipped a rape attempt. That is, you can imagine, there are two sides to this. You can be raped by somebody that knows you, and you can be raped by a stranger.
And it is even bad if you took your 2 legs there. That was the story of my life, but God delivered me. That's why I cannot stop wearing jeans. So, and it was funny how I just escorted someone. Okay, come and escort me because you will have friends. I love the first speaker because she said most of the things I have told you today about your circle of friends, people you put in your inner circle, people you allow into your space, people, I mean, you have the right to allow some things. There are, of course, obviously there are some things that we don't have the right over, but there are ones we have power not to allow. And I walked into that house hoping that the textbook would just be picked in 2 minutes and we'll be gone. And I called out her name. Where are you? Where are you? Nobody answered. And somebody said, come and wait for her in this room. Little did I expect that I would be sleeping over that place that night because it was supposed to be like a quick, come and escort me. And somebody huge came out in the night to me. And I struggled, I battled 1 hour, and the guy gave up. Because probably was thinking, okay, after the girl will just do this and I'll just give her money, you know. To cut a long story short, God delivered me and my life changed from then. My life changed. So they're thinking, let's drag her down. How can she have that kind of self-control? All we're looking at now is self-control. You know, and that night, something even struck me. Now, what if this guy even succeeded? How would I feel? And what if you even gave yourself? Don't you think you feel naked afterwards? Don't you think, what about the shame? But I just thank God. I keep thanking God for that night. It's a testimony of my life. So, what does it take to be chaste? As a young girl, at your age now, because of the way the world is now, because small children, some of them know more than we do. God help us. You must be able to identify the difference between love and lust. Can somebody tell me what love is? I'll pick someone to please help me with the definition of love. Well, lust is selfish. Is lust selfish? I think she wanted to say selfish. Is it not simple? Do I need to break it down again? Are we in the room? Love is what? Selfless. Do we understand the meaning of selfless? Then lust is what? Selfish. It's just for a moment. And look at the reward for waiting. We saw the video. There's another part of the video that if we have some time we'll have to play. Because it's going to explain how delayed gratification will benefit even us as adults. It's going to explain how, as a child, if you can get trained like that to wait, how it will form you, it will help, it will define you as you grow. You're a good example, man. It doesn't mean that anybody that has fallen by the roadside should beat himself or, herself up. As I was praying this morning, really, it wasn't really like a prayer. I was like meditating and I was looking for a word for you queens here today because I just thought to myself that what will I be able to leave them with, even if it's one word, that they will go back and write down and also remember the word when they are faced with that particular challenge. It says, there is a bus stop and there is a bus lane. Who knows what a bus lane is? What happens to you if you stand at the bus lane, on the bus lane? You get crushed. Yes, by the bus. But if you stay at the bus stop, what happens to you? Honorably, the bus will stop and you will step in. The bus will stop for you. Imagine. It will stop for you and you will step in. So it says, tell them, if you stay on the bus lane, you get crushed. But when you stay and wait at the bus stop, you get picked up. That's the word for you. As you leave here today, write it down. You want to get picked up honorably. You want to get picked up with so much because you have dignity. For the bus driver to wait for you to enter. There are going to be difficult times which you must be ready to face. And in all of this craziness, I'm using the word craziness because I cannot. And guess what? It's going to get worse. It's going to get worse. I'm not a prophet of doom. It's going to get worse. We're saying it already. It wasn't this bad before, right? So you cannot say, I close your eyes and be praying not to see. You will see it, but you make up your mind. You make up your mind what affects you, what you let get to you, what you read, the kind of friends you keep. And in all of this, I was talking about navigating your way through having it's better for you to have that plan for the future. Look at where you're going to than what you want to hurriedly gain now. As young girls, Auntie Kesh, God bless you, ma. Auntie Kesh, God bless you. Auntie Kesh, God bless you. I had nobody, and somebody prepared all of this for you. This is just like preparing a table before you now. And guess what? Let's even take a second look at this table that's been prepared before you. Before you get to the table prepared before you, you will go through a lot of temptations. But when you remember a table has been prepared before you, what do? While trying to walk to that venue, let's assume it's a venue. Let me just paint the scenario. Okay. Then along the way, it's going to be a great. It's a big preparation. No? They've even killed fat cows, about 10 or 100. Then along the way, you know where you're going, and you're seeing distractions. Please, which one are you going to do? The distractions will not come in ones, in twos, in threes, but because you have the picture of where you're going in your head, nothing will stop you. Tell yourself, I'm unstoppable. I'm unstoppable. You're going to get ready for questions. The questions can be like, why do you have to wait? There's no point waiting now. What's going to be your answer? You already know your answer, right? But do you know you have to tell yourself that answer every day? Every time. You have to rehearse the answer every time so that you are fully prepared. Today I pray for this project and every queen present here, that God will take you to your destination safely. Amen. In Jesus' name. Auntie Kesh, I appreciate you so much. This platform, it's not a joke. Honestly, you've not seen where God is taking you to. And I see all of you here in the next 10 years fulfilling purpose. Amen. Because we were created to love and we were created for a purpose. We were created to add value. And none of you will miss it. None of you will be left behind. Amen. I see queens here. I see you speaking, taking the mic in the next 10 years and speaking to the generation that will be coming after you. Speaking from your heart just like I'm doing to you today. And the Lord will uphold you. Uphold you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Tim. Thank you so much. Thank you. Are you feeling all our speakers? Are you feeling everything? Are you taking a decision already? Indecision in itself is a decision. And it's our prayer that nobody will leave this place undecided. As you're stepping out of that door, you're stepping out with your decision that the Lord will empower you to make happen in Jesus' name.
Yeah, there's a girl that's supposed to be here today, but she's not here. God, this is, for her, but she gave excuses. And that's the thing about choices. Every single speaker has spoken on choice. Choice. You have a choice. I'll go back to my closet and pray. Lord, I'm just asking for you to give her a second chance. Because there's some opportunities that come to you at certain times. If you miss it, you will need to ask God for a restoration and another chance. And so today I want to appreciate every one of you sitting here. Give yourself a round of applause. And then turn to your sister sitting close to you, the queen sitting close to you, and tell her you're beautiful. That needs you. I'm standing as your mom, your dad. Just as you look at me, just think and say, oh, these are all the people that need me to excel. So we've been talking about being chaste. This God is awesome. See, I usually like to prepare my notes when I'm asked to speak. I was just showing Mrs. Tola my notes. All these on chastity. All of this. So I came and I discovered that I was supposed to speak on I'm first a woman. So I'm going to be speaking to you straight out of the heart of God. I think mine is it's quite deep because I said, okay, the first person I want to date and spend quality time with is the person I want to get married to. I know that's some people will say, well, you have to give it a try first and all. I think it just works based on faith. It's based on what you believe. So if you believe that I can keep myself, if you believe that God can help me, keep myself, then it's possible. So it's basically on what you believe. And so yes, being chaste. So, during the period where you're keeping yourself and then you're not engaging in premarital sex or, you're saving sex. Another definition for chastity is saved sex. So you're saving sex for that relationship, which is marriage alone. So while you're waiting, what do? Okay, I'm just keeping myself. No. That's why I'm here today. I think this is where the whole thing changes. And first, say, okay, yes, we're saying, okay, safe sex for marriage and all that. But a time will come when you get married. And then you will have the sex. And then you have the children. And then you have, okay, the wonderful things that you've dreamed of. But then, one thing that will still resound after you've had all that is still the question of purpose. If you're fulfilling purpose at this point in time, I'm talking about knowing who you are and then purpose. So it's together. So because a time will come where you've had all those things, and then the question of purpose will still stare you in the face. Whether you're 30, whether you're 10, I was thinking of young and pure today, and I said, okay, young and pure. Catch them young, keep them pure. And you know that, honestly, I don't know how to deal with baggages. God is awesome. So I woke up on Monday morning, and the Lord woke me up to a book. It's Following God's Plan for Your Life. And that morning when I read that, the first chapter, it just was in my heart that you've gotten your message for Thursday. I said, no, Lord, this is chastity. I was preparing on that. But standing here, God just has sent me to tell you that you have a purpose. And, discovering your purpose, fulfilling it. There's a fulfillment it gives to your heart that no other thing or person can feel. So most times people tend to feel that void. I'm young, I'm not married. I think I'm the only single speaker here. So I know what it feels like as young girls. Your friends have, I've never been in a relationship before, not because the boys haven't come, but because I know what I want. Even now, deciding that, okay, Lord, I just want to give it a try, anybody that comes, it's already too late. Because I've been working with God so long. Do you understand? God has a plan and a purpose for you. I forgot to say that I run an initiative by the grace of God. It's called the Kayoma Initiative, and one of our projects is reach out to young girls between the ages of 9 to 20. We talk to them on sex, teenage pregnancy, and a whole lot of other things. And the questions we get, they're just so, yes, that's the word, mind-boggling. And that's because young girls at this day and age, they do not know what to focus on. Yes, I'm keeping myself, but what do I focus on? So God has a plan for you. he has a purpose. I'll use myself as an example. So I made the decision, of course, to keep myself, and God is helping me. You know, like it has been said, it was said in that video, you can't keep yourself without God. You know, I think I'll be very open with you guys. When we were having the Pink Talk program, where we're talking to girls and enlightening them, I was feeling horny, in quotes. And then I'm like, God, what's this? And then it just made me realize that I'm talking to young girls, I'm impacting young girls, but it's, flesh and blood running through your veins. I mean, we're not woods. And then we're ladies, sometimes we dress up, we go out to see wonderful guys and all, but, having an understanding that God has a plan and a purpose for my life has kept me. Because of that mindset, that knowledge, I can't deal with that baggage, because by the time you sleep with one guy outside of marriage, there are baggages that come with it. I've had to counsel girls. I've seen people go through it. Don't think that, it's my choice. Like our mother has said in the house, consequences. And then so I'm on my way to fulfilling destiny, to fulfilling purpose. And then, I do this. And you have to, and then one thing with God is, God does not take you won't skip a class with God. You have to complete every step of your journey with Him. Because, God is not interested in unfinished products or half-baked products. If God will take you to the top, He would ensure you go through every process and ensure that you're properly baked. Hey. That's why you're here today. So understand that there is a purpose. There is an assignment for you. As a lady, yes, I'm keeping myself. But while keeping yourself, you have to understand who you are. And then you have to understand that you have a purpose. And then you have to take time to find it. Find that purpose. And it's a journey. And then so when you go home, keep looking into that. Keep saying it to yourself. Keep seeing it. And then as you keep saying it and seeing it, it will happen. Amen. The program we just had, there was a girl there was one of the volunteers. She said, oh, wow. Weeks after, she said, the program we had, I wrote it down in my journal years back, and wow, that's what we're doing. I said, okay, please send me a snapshot so that I can see it. And it was in line. And even the greater things there. So you're here today because God has a plan. The reason why some of you may have had, you may have gone through sexual experiences, or maybe your self-esteem, you have self-esteem issues and all. The reason why you're having this, some of you, it was not intentional. It just came at you. It's because the devil has seen that this babe, she's potent. She carries a lot. Oh my God. The value of one person. Do you know, you're very valuable. Yes. One person pulled all of us into this room. I mean, you're very valuable. So please endeavor to understand that you have a purpose. If you live here with the fact that with the knowledge that every choice has a consequence. My time is almost up. Are you following? Yes. So you're valuable. Alright, so I think I'll just take the poem I have. I wrote this poem years back. I think our convener is a pioneer, possessing valuables within and without. Within you lies the resources for productivity. With you, an idea becomes a reality. Ingredients become a delicious delicacy. You're an embodiment of virtue and valor, worth more than the most expensive item in its splendor. Your presence signifies solution. Your absence creates confusion. You're powerful, powerful to cause changes. You're beautiful, beautifully crafted. You're wonderful, wonderful with innate qualities. Therefore, clothe yourself with humility. Carry yourself with dignity. Surround yourself with serenity, seizing every opportunity to help humanity. Powerful, beautiful, and wonderful. A woman of value, valor, and virtue. A woman of impact and exploit is who you are.
They have told you you will have a platform. Start now.
Yes.
Don't wait to take girls into a room like this. Yes. Don't wait.
Come on.
Don't wait. Take a girl to ice cream, lunch, and teach her about chastity.
Yes.
Invite her to watch a movie.
Yes.
And teach her about chastity. Invite 2, 3 to your house. Watch a movie on chastity and talk about it. We go to secondary schools, we will win them over to our camp. Amen. Because that is what we believe. Amen. We are not cheap. Remember, I said it before. Place a value on you. Put a value on your life. Put it. It's not about the look so. She said it. She said, I'm not telling you to say that I look beautiful, right? She said, I am. So am, as small as am is, 2 letters. It's powerful. Just 2 letters. Plus I, 3. I am. I am beautiful. In and out. Complete in myself. Complete in myself. So I really do hope this afternoon, because we are coming towards the end of this program. After this, we'll be decorating your hair.
Take a bit of everything you know you can eat. If you want to try it, it will keep going round till it gets empty.
What do you see with the teenagers you're working with? Well, it can be a tumultuous time. I think a lot of teenagers are trying to find their identity. They're trying to find out who they are. They're trying to establish their autonomy. And that's difficult because they're maybe not quite mature enough to have the autonomy that they wish they had, but at the same time growing more in responsibility. So
I think teenagers in general are very strong personalities. Any way you look at that, and that can be a struggle for adults. I think society overall,
place, and that's good, but it does need to be channeled in a meaningful way. And I think a lot that what we talk about, and the faith does a lot of that. And if you can find somebody that can meaningfully communicate that to them, where they can get it on their level, I think that's going to be a great resource for them. So we have to figure out a way how to communicate. If they want to do what is cool. Right. And it's so important to send the message that you don't have to do anything and you can actually be cool. Let's talk about that. Chastity.
That's exactly right. Married in the church, it doesn't say you can have partners outside. That's right. So you're faithful to your vows, your chaste.
You're living within the commitment of that vocation that you have, whether you're married, unmarried.
Really emphasize the stark contrast between abstinence and chastity, and how chastity really gives us the freedom to love and to love. Those actions now are going to help him be faithful and love his wife unconditionally 10, 15, 20 years from that moment. Does that make sense?
You got a sheet of paper that had so we'll take a kind of break.
Hope you're having fun. No, that's the wrong question. I'm sure you're having fun because of all this reality meal that you had this in. I'm sure in like a year. I'm not sure you will. No, well, let me speak for myself. Maybe I won't have time to come out like this in another 2-3 months because of work. However, like I've been rightly introduced, my name is Tosin. Do you want to help me? Who is a queen? I need a response. I like question and answer. Who is a queen? With all you've been hearing since morning till now, at least you'll be able to give me an answer. My spirit leads me to, okay, I'm actually coming to you.
A queen is a person who is respected in the society and is a beautiful.
Okay, respected in the society. Alright, for a queen, let me just go further on because I really have a short time. For a queen, you are not just respected in a society. Naturally, economically, queens are people. A queen is a female leader of a particular kingdom. Queens are female leaders. They are female rulers in a kingdom. They don't rule in a country. They don't rule a state. They don't rule a town. They rule a kingdom. So queens are female rulers of a particular kingdom. So if you're talking about we as queens, for a queen, you need to understand who you really are. There's no queen sitting on the throne that do not have a full understanding of who she is. And to access that particular height, to access that throne, it's always through two forms, either by birth or by marriage. You cannot access the throne just because you belong to that kingdom. You should either be born into a royal family or you marry a royalty. Like Meghan. Can we remember Meghan that got married to Prince Harry? All of us like the story and you watch we always watch fairy tale movies a lot, right? So it's like fairy tale becoming real. So she is just an Hollywood actress that likes acting movie and doing some nice thing and fell in love with a prince. So just by being married to a prince, she became a princess. Even though she has a black background, she's from a black family, and then it caused a lot of issues and all that. So you can attain the crown by birth or by marriage. And for all of us seated here, all the females seated here, you are a queen. As they've been telling you a queen, it's not because they just feel like you are beautiful and then you should be respected. No. You are a queen because by birth in the sense that as long as you have given your life to Christ, your father is the King of Kings. Your father is the one that rules the earth. Forget the fact that you don't have blue blood flowing through your vein. In England, once you are born into a royal family, once you have the blue blood, you are just distinct. You own everything. The royal family own the people, they own the land, they own the people. And that is how you are. As queens, we own everything our father owns. So if you know that your father rules the earth, he rules everything, then you need to come to an agreement within yourself and ask yourself really. She was asking us initially, identify with yourself. Who am I really? Because some of us know this, but we've not agreed within ourselves that this is who I am. So ask yourself daily, there are essential questions you should ask yourself. Who am I? Who am I? What do I want out of life? Where am I going to? How would I get there? Ask yourself daily some salient questions. It will get you a step further to your destination. So, when you ask yourself who you are, as in the last thing you should give attention to. For queens, that's actually, they understand fully well their heritage, where they are coming from, and where they are going to. So, you need to understand it so that you will be able to find, you'll be able to find your stand in life. Because when you don't stand for something, you will fall for anything. And then you will begin to follow other people's agenda for your life. People will begin to give you agenda because you really do not know who you are. They will tell you go this way, and you will go that way. They will tell you come this way, and you will come that way. And then immediately you begin to understand who you really are. There are things you cannot do. There are some things you cannot give yourself to at all. There are some movies you will tell yourself I can't watch. Not because other people are not watching it, but because your person cannot just watch it. I was telling, the last time I spoke with Auntie Kesh about this, we were talking about our person, as in the female, the human person. I was telling them that for us, everybody in life, the gateway into your body is through your mind. The mind of a man is the most powerful part of a physical man. And how do you transmit information into your mind? It's basically through what you see. Are you listening to me, or you are distracted by the tiara? Okay. So it's basically through, you get information into your mind through what you see, what you hear, and the peers, your friends around, the environment. So what do you spend time on? Your time that God has given to you as a gift. Everybody talks about purpose, but if you sit down from morning to night, you will still be there. Then you find that the only difference is that you just would have grown older. And then a lot of people would have gone ahead in life. Titi, you are mad, oh. You don't know you are mad. You smart girl, stupid girl. And the next thing you do is laugh. You will laugh with it. You don't know they are speaking into your future. So what do you say? When someone calls you mad or stupid, or what do you say? You stand on your ground and you declare the right thing. Because queens live by declaration. They live by decrees. They live by decrees. They live by laws. They live by principles and precepts. So which of these principles of your kingdom do you know? Because two kingdoms are trying to fight to gain your attention. And then these two kingdoms have agendas for each of your lives. So which of the kingdom do you want to choose? We talk about choice. Which of the kingdoms are you choosing to follow? Because whichever one you give your mind and attention to, that is the one you will naturally follow. And then the truth about it is that anyone you don't, sometimes like, when someone says something not so cool, something not nice, and you're like, oh, no, I didn't say anything though. I was just there. I didn't say anything. And someone will ask, but you were there. You were there, but yet you didn't say anything. Whenever you are not giving your opinion about a thing, whenever something is going wrong, and you are not voicing your not agreeing with that thing, you are automatically agreeing with it. They say that silence is a consent. When you're in a wrong place, you're in a place and wrong, evil is going on. Somebody is trying to, you have a friend and the friend is trying to there's this boy that is trying to ask me out. The guy has been doing this. He tries touching me all over and you're like, yeah. So you're enjoying it, Abby? Is it not sweet? The way the guy was touching you, are you not enjoying it? Next time, the way they used to do it, you don't even need to touch the person. As in, you don't need to wait for him to touch you. You to touch him back. That one is the sweetest part. And you are there. So in your mind, you are like, some of these kind of people. In your mind, you are judging them, and your mouth is shut. Your closed mouth is a closed destiny. You have just agreed with what was going on. And if punishment will take place there, you will be included. Either you said something or you didn't say anything. You'll be punished for that particular act. So the same way, for yourself, if you know yourself very well and you know that you are a child of the king, no guy will come to you and look at you like, oh, you're so beautiful. Oh, look at your hair. Look at your hair. So nice. Look at your cheeks. So soft. What cream do you use? Tell the person, before the person starts touching, open your mouth. And like, I know. Because at least you saw yourself in the mirror now. Before you left your home. And then, your mother didn't need to tell you. You are you not old enough to know. You put lipstick. You put eyebrow. You put foundation and everything before you left. And you looked at yourself. You dressed well. You know that, yes, I balance. And you left the house and somebody's like telling you you're so like, oh, I'm grateful, thank you. And it's really what rubbish. You know now. You're fresh. You know you're eating well. So thank you very much and move on. Give your attention to it. It's not one boy that will be coming to tell you lies. The boy that does not even know where he's going to. In another 3-4 years, maybe he will be selling granuts by Mount Junction. That's the truth. I had a guy that toasted when I was 13. I thank God I met Jesus. At 13, I went Auntie Oma was talking and I was like, yeah. She said she was 10. At 13, I was coming out of her gate. And I remember then that, you had all these boys that don't have anything. They are playing Niger bets. I'm really so, playing Niger bets. One stole my phone. I asked him to charge my phone. When it was charging, went to sell it. Use the money to play Niger bets. And they won him again. He lost the money. So you can see the pockiest life. And the same guy that will come to you and tell you that you are a queen. That a blood has been shed on the cross for. And they will now come and one riffraff come and tell you, you're looking good and you'll be shaking as if something will be jumping inside your stomach. And you're like, I felt the butterfly. It's here, I felt it here. What? Kill the butterfly if he doesn't want to live. Kill it and throw it away. Because it's not time for you to be feeling butterflies yet. So, give your attention. Once you know who you are, within yourself, with all of this, I do not expect you to go back home and start sitting down the way you came. Or start doing the same thing you were doing when you got here. So go back home. Start using your mind. This is where for every queen, I was reading about Queen Elizabeth. She has been ruling in England for more than 80 years. In fact, she has outlived a whole lot of kings. She's ruling in England and the one about her that she has wealth of information. The Prime Minister cannot joke with her. Even though the Prime Minister is, okay, you have the legal, you have the monarch. Generations and generations and generations, and she gives herself to reading. Then one thing about the queen is that they are queen, they have money. They don't have money. They own everything in the land, including you. Including people, animals, everything in the land, it belongs to the queen. If they say, kill this one, I need the eyes of this one for breakfast, they'll come and move first. And that's the truth. That was what this guy's daughter did. I need the head of John the Baptist. And they gave her. So the same way, they have everything. But I always wonder, why yet do they have to dress? When you look at the way they dress, you will not find them sagging. Even their makeup, it can never be loud. Before Meghan, I was checking Meghan. Before she became the princess, she normally have this, not so loud, she's a natural modest person. She always have this makeup, but immediately she became the princess, she started using nude. You must not see the makeup. And then your dress, every of the dresses, it must go below the knee. Below, not on the knee. Below, check everything, below the knee. Their arms, everything has to be modest. But yet they have one. Why are they being modest? And when you check them, they don't talk anyhow. Even when they are fighting, have you not watched movies? When royalties, all the duchess, Dutch lords, ladies, baronesses, when they are having their banquets and all their balls, when they are fighting, and they fight a lot though. I don't know how they do it. They'll be smiling and they're fighting. try me. You cannot squeeze your face. You are not permitted to frown. When you see issues around you, you shut it. When you see things going on wrongly, amongst your peers, amongst your friends, within your clothes, you speak up. You don't shut your mouth. No, queens don't. They live by decree. So most of the time, the crown is always on, and they always take up their scepter and their decree. That is what you're supposed to be doing. That's one. Secondly, I'm talking about letting go. You've been here, or you are here now, you have heard a whole lot. There are some relationships you've had before you came here. It's time for you to start letting them go. Queens don't keep relationship with everybody. They don't talk to everybody. Not everybody is their friend. You're not trying to be somebody's friend because you want the person to like you. I want them to like, I want to feel among. No, they should belong to you. You should not belong to them. It should be the other way around. And the truth about life is that when people always sense fear, they always sense timidity. And I used to be very timid, so I know what I'm talking about. When I was in secondary school, I was very, very shy. In fact, one guy came to one day, I was like, why are you so shy? Why are you so timid? I was so shy to the extent that I don't have answer. I was just one person, I was just still looking down. And, after I met Christ, really met Christ, my life changed, as in my story just took a 360 turn around. And I found out that there is nothing I cannot do. So at that point, I started letting go of friends. I remember then I used to jump fence. You don't know anything, yes, you'll be following boy. You are not doing, yes now, it's funny. You are not, they call the first 3 people that are intelligent in class. First 20 people. Your name will not appear. If you had a second public school, you were 56 in my class. Yes! I'm not lying now. Let me down secondary school. We were about 56. So if they call first 35 raw, your name will enter. And yes, if they are talking about boy, you will be in number 1 there. So check yourself. That's why I asked initially, who are you? What do you want out of life? Do you want, because for me, I always ask myself, where do I see myself? Fine, my parents are not so, they are not rich, they are not so rich. They are not rich. I'm not lying. Tell yourself the truth. Even when it's us, tell yourself the truth. I always say that I wasn't born with a silver spoon. Neither was I born with a wooden spoon. But that aluminium spoon I had, I have to, aluminium, but they break easily. I have to be careful so that it doesn't break. Rice was a celebration meal. What should I wear? Which association should I find me? And then when I'm in the wrong association, what should I do? What should I do in the wrong association? When I hear something, you don't identify wrong from right. God himself has his own agenda. And we are all ambassadors. As long as you are queens from heaven, you are ambassadors of heaven. You represent heaven here on earth. So not very well that you represent heaven. Begin to act as an ambassador. An ambassador of the country. Ambassadors of from Nigeria to US. They don't put on suit. Sure you know. They don't put on suit. They wear their agbada and the captain dress like the country they represent. They speak the language of the country they represent. They carry themselves, they speak the law and make the decree of the country they represent. They give judgment based on what is attainable in the country they represent. So which country are you queening? Which country are you queening? Are you queen from England, or queen of Sheba, or queen of the coast? Or queen of the kingdom of God? So once you answer that question, then you begin to speak according to the law of your. I don't allow people to say bad things about me. If I hear you like this, I don't need to fight you. I'll immediately, either you're older or younger, I change it immediately. I'm sorry, man. My head is right. I know what I'm doing. I'm sorry, but my When you tell me your head is not correct, it's as if you are stupid. Ah, sorry, ma, I am not stupid. And my head is very correct. I think straight. I actually understand extremely what I'm talking about. Wow. And immediately, I don't know how you go. Then I'll now start thinking about that. This person, no, immediately. So that I don't speak into my life what is not. So, speak.
Women of God, I want you to come. Come, Auntie Tosin, Auntie Shay, Auntie Tola, Auntie Romeo, can you come? Auntie Omo. Girls, I want you to listen to me. Okay, listen. Light pills. Some of them said 7 seminar, I don't know, 7-day seminar topics, put them together. You know, you will find them when they are talking. I saw her doing, then someone will stop and then she will start. Because I know what they are like, this opportunity must not waste. Because there's so much to say. Yeah. Look at us, it's already 5 o'clock. It's like, for me, it's like we have not started. 10 a.m. Okay? But I don't want you to joke with this. So we're going to be wearing, see, these things we're wearing for you is to say, they're crowning you. I actually,
Jesus, I declare over your life, the counsel of the Lord, the will of the Lord over your life, it's stand, it gains ground in the name of Jesus. I declare over your life that every of God's plan, it comes into establishment in the name of Jesus. You fulfill purpose, you fulfill it daily. Your heart is, your spirit is Lord comes alive. It comes alive. You begin to seek for righteousness. You begin to run intercessions. You begin to spend time in God's presence. You find yourself in God. You find yourself in God. In the name of Jesus, I speak to you. You follow, you obey, you respond. That comes from wisdom, that draws knowledge from you. Because you are sold out to Jesus. You are sold out to Jesus. You are a change agent. You turn your friends around you. You take them over for Jesus. You own every foolishness in you. Because they come in contact with you, they become jealous. In the name of Jesus. You better say that. In the name of Jesus, you are thank you because for your daughter, you will live what she is. She has given us name of Jesus. You will live of Jesus. In the name of Jesus, she has given herself over to you. She sold out to you, Jesus. As she sells herself in your presence, give herself away in your presence. She finds answers in you. You speak to her spirit. As you speak, oh God, she responds. In the name of Jesus, she obeys your will. She obeys your word, oh God. Her past silent rider. She changed her world for you. She corrects the errors of men, of ladies, of girls. She corrects the errors of young people. In the name of Jesus. And my men, women, and mind is filled with knowledge. In the name of Jesus, your mind is filled with intelligence. And therefore, you begin to touch the life of men. Wisdom is what God has asked you to do, what Christ has asked you to do. You strengthen God's passion. You listen to God's love. You listen to Jesus. You bring it out from the scriptures. The Lord speaks to you for you. In the name of Jesus, use them all for your glory. Make them a voice of God, a voice that speaks the language of heaven, a voice that brings Jesus, a voice that gives praise over heaven, a voice that brings celebration in our time. Lord God, this is what the Lord begin to live a life that puts an end to that sorrow. In the name of Jesus, Jesus, thank you for every girl here, Lord God. We do not leave here the same. In the name of Jesus, Lord God Almighty, we know how to go and see
young ladies who champion causes for I see young ladies who will change the destinies of everyone around them, who will speak and men's ear will teach. You came in just thinking, oh, it's just one function, but it's not. The Bible says, don't you know that your bodies are the temple of God? As many people who didn't understand that, I mean from tonight, you will begin to see who you really are. You are not ordinary. You are the temple of the Holy Spirit. And so, Father, in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ, we just want to thank you. Ideals of the kingdom without fear of favor. In the name of Jesus, we see women who will speak words of power. Women who will conquer territories. And people will look at them and say, oh, but they look fragile. But indeed, they are not. That's what we see. Amen. Hey, you will laugh, and indeed you will laugh. Amen. Hey, you would laugh, and indeed you will laugh. Amen. And you will say, the Lord truly is gracious. Yes. Father, we thank you. Thank you, Lord. Blessed be your name. Amen. In the matchless name of the Lord Jesus. Amen. Thank you, Father. Thank you, for everyone who has been a support, I pray for you. In the name of Jesus. When you speak, men would hear. Amen. In the name of Jesus. Amen. The Lord himself is your reward. Amen. The Lord himself is your reward. Amen. In the name of Jesus. Amen. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Lord. Blessed be your name. In Jesus' name. Amen.
Speakers, where are you now? You don't want to join us? But yeah, stretch towards the cake, everybody. Oh, let's not block out. Or do we take it in two parts? Yeah? Oh, okay, great.
Okay, so on 3, 2, 1, on 3, 2, 1. Alright, thank you.
I need my head. Tala, come. No. You are not sure. Come this way. The first one. Oh. I mean, you're good there now. Eden, where is Eden? Where is her?
Mrs. Romeo.
You can't see her?
Can't see you.
Can you see her now?
Yes.
Okay.
Alright. Wait.
It's an honor to be gathered here. We know it's not every time people get this opportunity to come together and learn what it really means to be a woman. Lord, we just want to say thank you because we won't be only hearers but doers of your word. Amen. And these words which we have learned, Lord, will be used to impact our world. Amen. Thank you because, Lord, through us, many will realize that being a woman is not all about fun. We have so much in us. We have so much potential. And with each day, each hour, each minute that passes, Lord, we continue to unlock our potential. Amen. Lord, I want to thank you for the opportunity you have given us, because, Lord, we know, Lord, that we will use it, and we all have our different platforms, and we'll use our platforms to make the world a better place, one woman at a time.